Hey, good day, friends. It's Lance Klessig. We're outside of Independence on your farm, Brian, and had a great day of learning about soil health and seeing the rainfall simulator. A lot of good challenging thoughts and questions. We're looking at some interseeding, but I don't know, why don't you tell us a little bit about your farm and what we got going on here, the rig?
Yeah, hi, I'm Brian Maliszewski, farm here by Independence, Wisconsin, and this is my interseeding plot, part of this Buffalo Trempealeau Farmer Network that I'm a part of. This is one of our so-called research plots, and this is in corn, interseeding, and this is I guess I didn't tell any, I'm a feedlot cattle operation I run, and crops, corn, soybeans, alfalfa, and then covers. So this is my first interseeding plot in corn. Pretty excited. It turned out very nice.
30s and 60s both.
30 and 60 both, just to see the difference. Matter of fact, we even have a strip that got accidentally, the row crops got killed with the chemical, so I interseeded that as well, and that's impressive, the amount of foliage there as well. So a lot going on here, and so
Brian, you're not the only one in the area that's doing it. This is all part
like
of
7, didn't you guys?
Yeah, so there's 7 that tried the interseeding cover crop, but there's maybe 12 to 20 farmers in the area that are just trying different things with cover crops, and that's all part of DADCAP producer-led watershed grant program. So there's some money to play around with some of these demo plots and whatnot. This is one of those groups that got some money. So frost seeding, interseeding, broadcasting, drilling, all the ways you can think of putting cover crops in, this group has tried.
Sweet. Can you tell us a little bit, Brian? Scott's holding a beautiful radish. It's a stellar, example, but tell us what's in the mix a little bit. Yeah,
so I did this cocktail mix. I had to write it down because there's so many. We have Balanza clover, common vetch, crimson clover, faba bean, field pea, radish, rape, annual ryegrass, and there's another clover or two. So yeah, it's I guess the thought process there was the more species the better for this, just in case something one or a few didn't turn out. We had some turn out, and actually all of them turned out, which is awesome. So quite a cocktail mix, and we have the seeder I used is right behind us. That is actually a prototype by Fennig Equipment, and they were generous enough to allow us to use their seeder, and it worked fantastic. It's parked there in the corn, so to really show you that it can go through, it can go through 30-inch rows, and
pretty heavy though.
Very heavy planter. Like I said, it's a prototype, so it's in the works, but they are manufacturing them. I also have a rotary hoe that I built to do 30-inch rows with a seeder on it as well, which also works as well. So yeah, there's many ways to put this on, but that's what we used in this field. This is our, you can, Lance, you could search, see where all the sites are. There are 7 of us that successfully interseeded this mix, and 2 out of the 7 are going to be grazing, and the rest of us are going to be doing, actually in this particular plot, I will chop some off to see the growth, and then the rest I will actually harvest with the combine, and just so we can get a yield map of the yield.
Right, but you did look at some numbers earlier, and it looked like it was 190, 200 bushel corn potentially.
Right, it should do 200 bushel, so impressive, because there's growth there, and it shouldn't hinder the yield. So it might not be top end, but what we're going to gain from the cover should make up the difference.
And top end's kind of relative.
Right. Yeah,
205 versus 200, which is better ROI. Yield is king. I question that sometimes. So yeah, I don't know. Do you want to just tell us a little bit more about the group? I mean, you kind of help coordinate it with Brian and Amber and some others, but you guys get together, field days here and there, some winter workshops.
Yep. Well, one more thing just about these different plots. I'm sure with technology we can probably drop the link that'll pull up pins of where all these farmers are in the area. So for local listeners, they can drive by. For somebody who's driving through, maybe throughout the fall and whatnot, they can stop by. So we can post that link. Yep. But yeah, back to the group. So there's Rachel Rushman would probably kill me if I got this number wrong, but we're like 20 to 30 groups across the state right now,
Sure.
and growing very rapidly. So this is just one of many, but
Sure.
each farmer comes to the group with different goals for their operation, but this group kind of got together based on cover crops and did
Right.
some nitrogen efficiency use tests and whatnot. And what I like about the group is they're all innovative. They all want to push the envelope, kind of see how we can do things different, how we can break those traditional molds to grow more profit, more yield.
Sure. Better soil.
Better soil, healthier soil. Thank you very much. Yeah, just build a better community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're fortunate enough to have Scott with Pheasants Forever, as well as DadCap with funding for this project. So that does help to have leadership and team.
Yeah, absolutely.
It helps, makes a giant research project. So you're not doing it all by yourself.
Right. And then you have the resources to put on. We had Brian Brisky and Tim Milan that did the rainfall simulator, and just that and the slake test. A lot of different moving parts today that I think really helped us better understand how our soil's working, or maybe not so much, and how we can maybe improve it. So yeah, so I think that's just the recap. We just wanted to put a quick video together. So thanks for watching.